Over the last few years, a lot of emphasis has been placed on having a more inclusive society. Today, we're speaking with Alinda, a member of the National United Society of the Blind Barbados. And she's here to tell us all about their Calypso competition, which is one of their flagship events for the National Disabilities Month. Alinda, welcome to Positive Pulse, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Rashid. It's my pleasure.
Well, I think the pleasure is all mine. Let us get into the meat of the matter, so to speak. The Calypso competition that is being put on by members of the Blind Society. Can you tell us some more about it?
Okay, this is an initiative that started way back in the year 2000, and it came about as a result. Well, we found that the blind and visually impaired, all of us have talents, and we wanted to highlight the talents of blind and visually impaired persons a lot more than they were being highlighted.
Yeah.
Also, we felt that, as you said, to be inclusive, we had to include members of the general public. So, of course, this show does not only feature blind and visually impaired persons, but we also have guest artists that are not blind and visually impaired on the show.
So, members of the blind community obviously participate in the event. How long has the event been featured as part of, the activities for the National Month of the Disabled Community?
Well, actually, we've never had it in the month of the disabled.
Okay.
So this is the first time that it will be featured in the month of the disabled. We're hoping to have a show on the 8th of March 2025, which incidentally is also the International Women's Day.
So not only does it fall on International Women's Day, but it, as I say, is part of the calendar, so to speak, for National Disabilities Month. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, you're correct.
Alrighty. So what impact would you say this event has had on members of the community at large?
Oh, it's had a great impact because we have seen the numbers of persons attending have grown over the years. Persons have actually been asking us, reaching out to us and asking, oh, when are you going to have the Calypso show again? We, obviously we had to shelve it a little bit because of COVID. And, they always think that the blind and visually impaired persons are so talented. And that's one of the things that we aim to do as well, highlight the talents of persons with visual impairments.
So I'm a bit curious now because I've actually watched the Pick of the Crop finals from 2024, and I saw that we had at least one contestant who was visually impaired. He participated in that event and did a commendable job. Now, having a competition like this not only impacts members of the blind community, but you're also reaching out to members of the general society as well. What would you like to showcase, or what do you believe is one of the main impacts that a show like this has on members of the community?
Really, I think that we would like to showcase not only the talents of persons that are blind and visually impaired, but also the fact that to be inclusive, we need to reach out in areas like these, Calypso shows, other shows. And prior to Mr. DJ entering the show this year, there was in the past another blind and visually impaired gentleman he was a guest artist at the finals.
Yeah.
And last year we also had a young man entered in the junior Calypso finals.
Now, I've heard you mention, the importance of being included, and having that inclusive society. Do you think that shows like this obviously reach people to say members of this community are just as capable and just as talented as anybody else?
Correct. We feel, in fact we know, that a show like this would not only open up those doors that we find sometimes are closed between the members of the public out there and our community, as you put it, but to also let people know that we are not going to be sitting in a corner and not doing anything with our lives. We also believe that there's life after blindness. So whatever is out there to explore or to experience, we will be doing just that.
Okay, and this is what I guess is the flagship, or one of the flagship events that will be put on by members of the blind community. Are there any other events, be it of this nature or otherwise, that you usually put on?
Yes, we usually try wherever possible to do public awareness campaigns. Last year, for instance, we had a public relations campaign with the new money, the polymer notes, because we, that those notes, they have raised impressions on them. It's not braille, it's just symbols. So like some people don't even know that how to identify the symbols, because sometimes you ask person like, what is on the $5 bill, a sighted person that is, and they would not be able to tell you. But we can feel that, and that is very empowering to us, because now we don't have to go around asking persons, well, what is this, when we want to identify our money. So that's given us a real sense of achievement and a sense of further independence.
And Mr. DJ, he is the defending champion of the current Calypso competition.
Yes, he has been a seven-time Calypso king of this competition.
So we have a king amongst the members of this society here, and obviously as a 7-time defending champion, he's done an impeccable job over the years, delivering his songs and messages.
Yes. One year we had a female winning, and so we are hoping that seeing that it's going to be on International Women's Day next year, that a female will dethrone Mr. DJ. That is our hope.
Are you participating? Are you singing?
I am not sure as yet.
We might find you on the judging panel then?
You never know.
But definitely on the organizing committee for sure.
Definitely, yes.
Alinda, thank you so much for joining me here today on Positive Pulse. This really has been another enlightening conversation, and it's not done yet. On Positive Pulse today, we shall be joined by Mr. DJ himself, champion and 7-time monarch of the Blind Calypso competition here in Barbados. So Mr. DJ, they told me that you are the 7-time defending champion of this Calypso competition. How has it been for you, as a member of the blind community, to participate in such an event?
Well, for me, it has been a wonderful experience. I always loved singing, and when that opportunity arose, I said, let's go for it. So I think the first year, another blind guy by the name of Size 2, he came first. I came second. And then the following year, people started getting very serious, whereby we started getting our songs written, and we got them scored and everything. And then we went as far as to get a combo from the then Royal Barbados Police Force band, which is now the Barbados the police service band, and it went from there.
No, I think you would have mentioned before that it started off as a fun venture. But as you alluded to just now, the competition got a lot more serious. And can you tell us, how that transition from just being a fun event to something to be taken a lot more seriously now impacted you?
Well, it impacted me greatly because what happened then is that I said last year you won, I came second. The next year, I think there was a queen, it's Lisa Williams. Then she's now with Lisa Daniel, and so I said, look, I have to get really serious. So I started going to the mighty Gabby, and Gabby started writing for me. So that year, I won. The second year, I won. Third year, the same thing. And
so you found the formula.
Yeah.
And I mean,
you can say so.
You were able to call on, some very heavy hitters in the cultural scene. You've mentioned the mighty Gabby as obviously some person that has penned songs for you.
Right.
So this competition has actually, brought you into contact with maybe persons that you might not have been able to, reach out to had it not been for this competition.
Exactly.
So the impact of it isn't just seen in, your competitive nature, but also from the persons that you get to engage with by being a part of this event.
Right. And not only that also, but if I can revert a little, after our the type of persons that we had for judges at that point in time receive an invitation after persons like Roy Bayer came to our Calypso competition.
Yeah.
And he saw the potential there, and he invited one or two persons to participate in his tent, Super Gladiators at that time.
What message, would you like to share with, listening audience at this time?
Well, I would like them to understand that people who are blind and visually impaired, or as a matter of fact, even if you have another form of disability, that we are people too, and we don't want to segregate ourselves, but we believe in inclusivity. We want to be among the average able-bodied person.
Yeah. Now, there was a catch line used before where they say disability is not inability.
Exactly.
And I think that by, your participation, obviously other persons that have been in the competition, we can definitely see that there's lots of talent, hidden or otherwise, that just needs the opportunity to be showcased and, obviously see its relevance.
Exactly.
So we definitely want to thank you, Mr. DJ, for joining us here today on Positive Pulse.
Yeah, thank you to Rashi.
This is definitely a series that highlights positive events that are happening in the various communities, and events such as this definitely need to be showcased. My name is Rashid Holder, and this has been another episode of Positive Pulse.